Wat gebeur het daar nie? Daar moes natuurlijk in daardie groot pak motors wat deur die draai gaan in die eerste ronde of twee, gaan daar 'n groot klomp motors deur die draai en jy het net nodig om so 'n klein stampie te kry, nie eers noodwendige doelbewuste
meters of action in the Wesbank modifieds. The BMW pace car pulls off. It's gone to green. Who's going to get to budget first? As they come towards us, it's Terry Moss in the black car on the inside. He gets Sorrel van der Merwe, the rubbing doors. Sorrel van der Merwe has to give way there to Moss, who's putting it down in the four-wheel drive. Here's Ben Morganhood. As he says, the handling circuit's gone into second position. Very late braking. That little rollover he had in the standing group N has made no difference. He's gone into second position, using all that great handling of that machine that he built in his workshops in Randfontein. He's using it to great effect. Van der Merwe's in the Sassel Ford is third. Fourth is Chris Aberdeen. Willie Hepburn's in there. There's Larry Wolford leading the Class B cars as they come up onto the Westbank shelf. It's Morganhood in that blue and white Mazda, the Sassel Ford. There's Chris Aberdeen in five. The Sabre Opel of Willie Hepburn. And look just behind them, the Class B car. We pick them up as they come down the hill. They're hurtling down towards us at more than 200 kilometres an hour as they come through IGI into Continental Corner. Touch the brakes. Some of the noses touch the ground as they go through there and start to power it on, using all that. They are really starting to use all that power, 500 plus, up to 600 horsepower. They've got some of these cars, the A-class cars there. There's Jan could see a rebuild overnight. Willie Hepburn going to take Chris Evans as he goes down the inside. He's revised his handling setup back to the old suspension, and he's right there with him, Willie Hepburn. But Chris Aberdeen's got that four-wheel drive car. Sorrel van der Merwe's third. Fourth is the Sabre Opel of Hepburn. Fifth is number 5. It's Aberdeen. They come through in line astern as they scream and pop and whistle through, and that screamer at Mazda. And in Class B, the order is Dion Joe. We've had a coming together there. That's Don called. That's Johan could see after rebuilding that car all night. Got tangled up there with Don Brains, and he'll be out of this race. It's going to make him very, very livid indeed. You're so well placed to take on those BMWs. It's the Class A battle. Aberdeen goes through on the inside. He goes to top spot. SS as he got him. Willie Hepburn has found new strength. Broken leg and all. He's got his leg strapped up. He can hardly move around in the pits. And the little man with a big heart is in there and fighting it with that big mighty machine that he throws around the circuit here at Kyalami. Here it is, that big Sabre V8, 650 horsepower. It's a NASCAR engine he's got in, and Aberdeen has got to replan things now if he's going to pass Willie Hepburn as they come out of Wesbank. Let's have a look at this. Here comes, looks like Repsols in the front. That's the BMW and B-class car. I'll just pick them up as they come through here. Now, Johan could see well down, and in fact went off the road. There he is, he's spinning it. No, we'll get it right. Okay, that is Pat Duckham in the little Fram Sierra. We thought that was going to be the Hunt could see one, but it's not in fact. As we wait for the action to come around the circuit, here they come down the fastest point of the circuit through Total Corner. Going wide, there's Willie Hepburn. Sorrel van der Merwe is ahead of him. And behind him, losing ground all the time, is Chris Aberdeen, the Springbok. Using all the road is Willie Hepburn. And Morganhood seems to have gone missing. Somewhere he's gone missing. It's the third man coming through is Hepburn. He's behind, there's Morganhood now. Morganhood has gone farming somewhere. As he comes screaming through, you can just hear that scream of that triple rotor Mazda.
Terry Moss moet versigtig wees dat hy nie sy bande te vinnig opgebruik in hierdie wedren nie. Willie Hepburn wat bietjie hard op die remme klim daar vir 'n geel bladsye draai, maar Terry Moss wat wegjaag van Sorrel van der Merwe wat op die oomblik in die tweede plek is. Ons weet nie presies wat met Ben Morgenrood gebeur het nie, maar die tussen van der Merwe en Moss is redelik groot, maar ek dink van der Merwe is besig om hier 'n baie slim taktiek uit te haal. Hy spaar sy bande aan die begin van die wedren en ek dink hy verwag dat Terry Moss te hard weg het. Wow, en iemand hier in die begin van die weg van die baan, hier net voor ons sien ons rol iemand op die baan. Steven Lang is een van die manne wat agter ons onthou probeer om vir die aksie te wys. Daar staan hy, Steven Lang, nommer 54, wat net so 'n stampie gekry het van die motor kort agter hom. Hy is reg. Wow, en hy's bietjie geskok. Kyk daar die merk op sy valhelm. Maar sy motor het heeltemal in lengte omgerol hier aan die begin van die hoofpouval. En Willie Hepburn en Chris Aberdeen is nog steeds besig om sake uit te spook. Chris Aberdeen op die oomblik terug agter Willie Hepburn. Hepburn in die derde posisie. Daar is van der Merwe. Reeds weer van stadiger motors in te haal. Sarel van der Merwe in die tweede plek. Nummer 74 in klas D is die motortjie van Duprouwer, sy Ford Escort, maar daar van Kempton Park se weg. Ons kyk net weer na daardie incident. Dis in die begin van die hoofpylvak, dis by Nashua draai en hulle raak mekaar net as hulle in die draai ingaan en oor rol die motor, maar dis 'n bewys van hoe sterk hierdie motors is dat die renjaer net kan uitklim sonder dat hy enige ernstige beserings opgedoen het. Nou 54 die van Steven Lane. Terug na die aksie in klas A.
And a lot of work has been put into that car. It's Davey who's making that car, Stephen Lane from the Gentle Touch Auto Body. It's a great put. He's one of the commentators we have here at the circuit. Here's Aberdeen driving around Hepburn. Not this time. Willie Hepburn's well placed for the inside of IGA corner down the mine shaft. He's got the crush, no doubt. He's got super horsepower. He's got the handling back in that motor car, and he's holding on the inside. No, Aberdeen has driven around the outside in four-wheel drive. Audi Turbo, and Aberdeen's on the charge. This is a wild race, Louis.
Well, unbelievable stuff. Cars going off absolutely everywhere on the circuit. That is Johan van Rensburg that's gone off straight into the Armco somewhere. But we really have seen all sorts of action here this afternoon. And a lot of damage is being done here. The panel beaters are going to have a wonderful, wonderful day as far as that is concerned. And drivers all over the show. And, well, they're not too happy at the moment, are the drivers. The action, of course, is fast and furious. That's the car out of the exit into the main corner here at Kyalami. And we look at the battle that's going on at the moment. And a tremendous battle it is, because in car number 5 is Chris Aberdeen, and he's trying to hold off Willie Hepburn, because Willie Hepburn is really going very, very well. Looks like Sarel van der Merwe is doing his thing up in second place. And now Ben Morgenroot is trying his best to come back as well. So into the Top Sport S as they go, a very, very fast part of the circuit as they come out of it. Already carnage up the Winfield Hill already today. And I must say that the racing here today has been spectacular, to say the least. But the battle going on now for 3rd, 4th and 5th place. And that's the Audi, the four-wheel drive Audi, followed by Willie Hepburn, who, as we say, has got a broken leg. And then Ben Morgenroot, who knows Wesbank from all angles today, because he rolled his car up there as well. Terry Moss still out in the lead. Sarel van der Merwe second. Chris Aberdeen third. And as we say, Willie Hepburn in 4th place. But that could change. That could change at any moment. That's the ambulance on its way. And we certainly hope that there's nothing seriously wrong with Stephen Lane. There is Terry Moss in the lead in car number 4. Out of total curve he comes. And there's some more carnage on the left-hand side of the road. But up he goes. Takes that turn. Can't go too wide there, because you'll find yourself farming and round into the main straight. We'll try and pick up how far back Sarel van der Merwe is coming out the corner now. There he comes. So Sarel van der Merwe is not that far back. And hopefully he has been sparing his tyres and looking after them to get the grip towards the end of this particular race. Such excitement, just over halfway, and we're on to lap number 6. Terry Moss leads, Sarel van der Merwe second, Chris Aberdeen third, Willie Hepburn fourth. There is Sarel van der Merwe. He's trying absolutely everything he can as the first 8 men come along to treat Stephen Lane, who is outside the circuit, so he's in no danger where he is right now. But I'm sure he's a bit shocked and very relieved to be out of that motor car.
Ek dink hy het sy kop 'n bietjie hard gestamp, Louis, en waarskynlik net so 'n bietjie skade daar aan sy nek, of miskien so 'n klein bietjie hartsgeskudding. Dis waarskynlik waarom die eerste hulp mense daar is. Maar terug by die aksie. Sarel van der Merwe kort op die hakke nie, maar besig om te kyk of hy nie kan naderkom aan Terry Moss nie. Moss wat van die begin van die wedren af ver weggetrek het. Hy was baie slim. Hy met die wegspring het hy teruggehou. Al die ander kans gegee om eers stadiger te ry, en toe hy by die wegspringstreep verbykom het hy voetriem neergesit, en ek dink hulle almal onverwags gevang. Sarel van der Merwe beslis besig om nader te kom. En ek dink die vrees wat ek net uitgespreek is waarskynlik redelik naby aan die waarheid. Ek dink Terry Moss moet versigtig wees om nie in die begin van die wedren sy bande te veel op te gebruik nie. Ek is bietjie bekommerd oor die posisie van daai motor van Stephen Lane. Hy is net aan die buitekant van Nashua draai, en as daar enigiets verkeerd gaan met enigeen van die ander motors, dan gaan daar 'n redelike ongeluk daar gebeur. 4 rondes wat nog oorbly. Terry Moss in die Minolta Audi Quattro Turbo. 4-wiel aangedrewe motor, 2.2 liter turbo engine. Daar is 'n verskil van 2,8 sekondes tussen Terry Moss en Sarel van der Merwe. 2 liter 16 klep turbo aangejaagd is Ford Sapphire. Die Sassel Ford Sapphire van Sarel van der Merwe in die tweede plek. Chris Aberdeen in die ander Audi Quattro in die derde posisie met Willie Hepburn. Kort op zaak in die vierde plek. Dion Berlo voor in klas B. Hy is in die vijfde plek al geheel. Ja, Ben Morgenrood is net voor om in die vijfde plek. Dion Berlo in die zesde positie. En in die zevende plek Gary Dunkerley met Larry Wolford kort op zaken. Gary Dunkerley en Larry Wolford wat zaken baie hard uitspook hier in klas B. Sy tweede plek. Hulle is zevende en achtste al geheel. Terwyl ons sien dat die noodhulp mense nog bezig is om aan Steven Lang aandag te verleen. Net hier kort onderkant die kommentaar op. Ons het daar die incident gesien. Sarah van der Merwe werk baie hard daar deur Continental draai. En hy het vir Terry Mas in sy versiere die vinnigste ronde agter die naam van Terry Mas 1 minuut 25,49 sekondes. En kyk net na daardie gemiddelde snelheid. 'n gemiddelde snelheid van 163 km/h. Dit sê ek is ongelooflik vinnig. Oh, en Willie is af. Precies waar, dit is in die buitenkant van die tweede S. Willie Hepburn wat net te hard gewerk het. Net te hard geprobeer het en van die baan af, want het lyk my hy is reg. En hy kan voortgaan. So, Terry Mas en Sarah van Merwe spook nog steeds sake uit om die eerste plek. Chris Aberdeen opgeskuif in die derde posisie. Willie Hepburn het bietjie verder teruggesak, wen Morgenrood behoorde aan te wees. Die verskil nou aan die voorpunt 3,9 sekondes. Het lyk of Van der Merwe besig is om terug te sak. En dit is reeds 7 rondes in hierdie 10 ronde wedren. En ek dink die bande gaan al 'n belangrike rol begin speel in hierdie wedren, soos wat hy klaar begin vordering maak. Sy het nou daar gesien in sy sentra. Het Sarah van der Merwe wat bezig is om nader te kom aan hom en binnenkort by hom gaan verbykom. Is 'n klas C motortjie daai wat hy self voorberei en wat hy nou al 'n hele klompe jare lank in wedrenne inskryf.
And Sarah van der Merwe certainly trying. He is hard at work in that Cecil Ford Sapphire. You can see him giving that car a real workout. It's not for want of driving. He loses out in this race. We've still got those 3 laps to go or 2.5 laps to go. But this man is on a charge. He looks unbeatable as he stands at the moment. He had a very good race in the rain at Swartkops. It's an all-weather car, 4-wheel drive. It's got turbocharging and it certainly flies. Very fast, doing 282 kilometers an hour at the long straight, the champion straight at the Welcome Goldfields Raceway. So Moss now is coming up to complete 8 laps. The lead that he's got over Sarah van der Merwe is hurrying through the traffic at the moment. He's just on 3.5 seconds as he comes up to pass Dave Repsol, not in the Pink Panther anymore, but on Sarah van der Merwe's tail. There's another motor car charging, and that is Chris Aberdeen. Morgan Root is behind them, but he's quite a way behind. He's actually touring as he comes past. Still that defiant scream that's got. That's the man who's leading. As you see, he's 33 years old, and he's won a couple of championships. He comes from Port Elizabeth, and he certainly gives it a full go. Started in a Ford Capri way back in 1980. And there he is driving it now. He's really taken to this car so well. He's driven it well, and he's got it all hanging together now. And there's more of these cars in Germany, we believe. Beautifully turned out. It's a magnificent machine. It pops and squeaks as it goes, and it certainly flies. As he exits Wesbank corner down the hill, it's just hooking gears there. He goes a 6-speed box in these cars. As he goes through the RGR left hand at the bottom of the mine shaft. It's heavy on the brakes. Dab of the brakes. Then you start to power it right across the road. And there seems to be no limit to the way this motor car can grip the road with its 4-wheel drive. And now he's into the fastest part of the circuit. Comes under the Brilliant Science Bridge, down to Total Corner. There's Sarah van der Merwe just passing. Aberdeen's on his tail. Aberdeen is right on Sarah van der Merwe's tail. You caught a glimpse of that. We'll catch that in a moment or two as Moss comes round to start his last lap. We'll just watch for them here. There's action plenty in this last lap coming up now. Right, there he comes, and Sarah van der Merwe looks, and there's a big red motor car in his mirror as he comes through, and he's getting past him. As Sarah van der Merwe gone on, so he's got the best line going in the budget. You can see the flames coming out of the side door, the passenger door of Aberdeen. That's the exhausts out there, and here you're going to see Van der Merwe making his motor car very wide indeed. He wants second place, and he's not going to give it to that fellow Springbok Aberdeen easily. If Aberdeen wants to get him, he'll have to fight for it as he goes to the inside of Tossport. And now you'll see him sweep across. This is all part of the tactics of motor racing, the Wesbank modifiers, which have brought these huge crowds to racing all over the country, provided great action. Top drivers in the country in these saloons. Aberdeen, the slow cars. This could change the Van der Merwe tactics if Aberdeen can find a way through into Wesbank now. He's going to try around the outside. Van der Merwe's watching that mirror. He's watching ahead. He's got those slow cars. They zoom past them as they come down the hill. Going absolutely flat out. He'll keep to the inside. He's going to move across the inside. Aberdeen is not coming through in the inside as he did to Willie Hepburn. Van der Merwe is going to hang on to that second place. This is tactical driving, as only Charles Van der Merwe can do it. He's forgotten all about Terry Moss ahead of him. He's worrying about this man who's slipping and sliding and popping and squeaking behind him. It's the 2-litre Cosworth Ford engine in that Sassel Ford Sapphire. And if Aberdeen wants to get past him, they'll have to go around the outside of Total. As they go through the Morn 220 k's an hour, it's all over bar. The shouting Van der Merwe is going to get a second, unless Aberdeen looks through in the inside. As he comes up there, Van der Merwe is very late braking, snaking all over the road. That E-Class car just seemed to be in the way there for the moment, and Van der Merwe gets it to the line. Second, Sarah Van der Merwe, the Sassel Ford Sapphire. There's the win in the Minolta Audi. Terry Moss starting to haul in the wins. He's certainly giving a great display. He won at Kyalami, and he's won here at Kyalami. Let's have a look. We didn't get much of a glimpse. The C-Class is being won. Let's have a look who wins the C-Class. Here's a turn up here. Keith Carr has put it across Dave Repsol as we see them come through the road. Here's Willie Hepburn coming through in 4th position there. And these other motor cars, George Bezaden, I don't see him. But Keith Carr, Jeff Dalglish is in 3rd position. George Bezaden comes through next in that class. And I should imagine Richard Sorensen gets it in the 1400cc class. It's Ray Wolford gets it there. Class B is won by the BMW of Dion Joubert ahead of the Sabat Porsche of Gary Dunkley. But there's the winner. Nice big dramatic